Hey, welcome back. We have some pens here. Let's get into it. See what we got. All right. These are from a fellow Redditor. I've bought a couple on there lately. I have seen a little bit of a shortage of stuff from Smooth Precision Pens lately, and some other folks are just calling that out in the Facebook group. I don't know if that's just what it is. Oh, let me get this label out of the way here so it doesn't get exposed. Cool. But it happens at times. There are ebbs and flows. Now, two of these are intended for me, and one of them is being sent back. So let's start with the one that's being sent back, and that's this guy right here. This seller wanted me to check this out. And this is pretty cool. This is a super OG. You can see it's V2.2 because there's a logo here on the clip, not on the top. Otherwise, it could be a V1. American flag and running a Pentel tip. And pretty cool right away. You can see the alignment here on the tip versus the stars, which is really neat. Like, that's an attention to detail for sure. Oh, it looks like it's actually a little bit off. I stand corrected. This is definitely going back. It feels really like it's in good condition, by the way. This is a pretty old one, so it looks like it's not been used a lot given the condition of the bolt. When you have that kind of finishing on there, you can tell pretty quickly if it's been used a lot. One of the quirks of the 2.0s or the V2s is you hit that gap there with the bolt. You hadn't quite solved for that yet with a longer bolt. And yeah, interesting overall, the top cap and everything and the finish. Now I have a 2.2 version of this. Let me see if I can find it really quickly to compare. And I did notice on mine, here it is, that my bolt did get pretty worn out from someone fidgeting with it or something like that. So you can see if I zoom in there, and it's probably also from some of the material used for the bolt, but do notice that gap there is a bit different. This one looks like the stars do align. No pun intended. I guess that's not really a pun in that case, but yeah, you can see the finishings are similar, but a little different. I'd say the V2 looks a little more rustic here than the V2.2. So really cool. Thanks for sharing with that. The pocket clip in particular, I really like the cleanliness of that two bolt pocket clip, but also that color really pops on it. This one is nice and bright, and that's a fun example there. So nice on the V2 flag. He did that in the V2, the 2.2, and the USG Go, I think, as well as maybe a V3. Yeah, here are a couple more. Now this goes back to, this is a V2 Mini, which is pretty hard to come by in orange. So that's a pretty cool Cerakote option. Also, this one unfortunately has a slight chip out of the cap, which was disclosed, but really cool. In fact, sorry, I said mini. This is a full size, absolutely a full size. I don't know why I thought it was a mini. Somehow this looked like a mini to me, but this is a full size V2 in an orange Cerakote. Again, you can see the pocket clip. Really cool example with the Pentel Energel. I didn't realize he did Energel back then, that long ago. So that's really cool. Assuming that this is a actual Energel tip or something. I guess I could be wrong on that. There's some possibility that this is a modified Energel, and that this was actually designed to work with a G2 clip. G2 clip. I said clip, didn't I? I absolutely meant refill. Sorry, pretty early in the morning here. Let me see if Interesting. So these could run both. I don't think I knew that about the V2s, that you could run both a, assuming that's a Pentel Energel, yeah. I didn't know that you could run both on these old ones. I guess maybe that's the case for any full size. Am I off on that? Now I'm gonna have to question that and bust out a 2.2. You're seeing me really becoming aware of some really basic stuff here live on camera. You would think I would have known that you could run an Energel in a full size. You definitely can't do it in the Parker size, the minis, but maybe that's a big part of why people like the full size more. Now it does stick out of the tip a little bit on this one. I don't know if it did on the V2 there. Yeah, sorry. So I guess when I said that about this other pen, I was just not realizing that you could run a pen. I'm not a big Pentel refill guy, although I do have one in this guy here. And yeah, I could have sworn that there were actual tips dedicated to the Pentel, but I could be off on that. It does look like it doesn't work quite as well with the same. I'm using a, if you're familiar, I'm using a Parker spring there, but sorry to go down this rabbit hole live on camera. I just guess never really realized you could run a Pentel in a full size with a G2. Did something wrong there. I don't know what I did. What did I mess up there? Something didn't go quite back together correctly. Hopefully that works now. There we go. Anyway, let's get back on track here. Get this Energel back where it belongs. And yeah, that's a really cool one. Now this last one I was kind of hesitant to buy. It's not really my style. If it was in really like pristine condition, now I'm getting ink all over this, so bear with me. Get that cleaned off. One sec, I'm gonna drip of water here out of my glass. Now, if it was absolutely pristine, just for the rarity of it, I'd probably be into this next one. Because it was more of a user, it's not exactly my jam. But yeah, whenever someone's willing to sell me something, I can always grab it, make it available to one of you all, and get it in the hands of the community if I'm not gonna keep it or whatever. So sorry, I'll probably finish cleaning this up later. Just messing up pens live on video here. All right, sorry, 8 minutes in. Let's take a look at this last one, which is another Go that's also running a Pentel refill. And this one's in Camo. It's actually in better condition in person, like doesn't bother me as much as it did in the photos. But you can definitely see, like I assume this is all pocket wear. I guess I don't really know how much of this is pocket wear versus like actually Kelvin's original finish. Maybe the original finish was like a camo finish, black tie, black camo, and then he just kind of, nah, this has got to be real wear here, because that's titanium coming through. But I don't know about all this. This could definitely be from the pocket. Yeah, it feels like it's from the pocket, but it could also be modified to be like that. I don't know. I think this is just a super user and a pretty rare V2 configuration, but a definite user. So that one probably doesn't stick around if I had to guess, but glad to get it in hand and check it out. It's cool. So that's about all for now. Just wanted to share some of these as I checked them out. Really appreciate you making this available. I won't drop your name on here. Yeah, very cool set of pens here, and definitely glad to be able to get them in hand. So that is all for now. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.